Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Vincent, the king of the podcast world, and today we're trying something new, never done before. Today we're doing a little podcast. This is WolfPack Uncensored, and I have my new co-host and co-star, Colby Schmidt.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Today we're gonna talk about a few different things. We're gonna variate from football, basketball, and just like general topics, like everyday situations. So, today we're going to start with the Super Bowl and Super Bowl predictions. Now, me personally, I don't know about Colby. I don't want to see another fucking Tom Brady bullshit fucking Super Bowl because I'm done. I'm done with Brady. I'm done.
We don't need the same people in the Super Bowl every year. It gets boring, we need something new. So that's why it's good we have a few teams who weren't in it last year in it this year. I mean, I'm hoping for a Carolina Denver Super Bowl, but that's just me. I don't know.
I mean, for me, I do want to see a Carolina and Denver Super Bowl, but if Carolina doesn't make it and Arizona gets to make it, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm happy with either team. I just don't want to see the fucking Patriots. I'm so done. I don't,
sick of the Patriots fans.
I probably won't watch. I'm lying, but I feel like I probably won't watch the Super Bowl if fucking the Patriots are in it because it's the same shit every fucking year.
In a perfect world, though, if it was perfect world for me because this is the Super Bowl I want to see. If it's Peyton Manning versus Cam Newton, do you think Cam can play up to par in the Super Bowl, or do you think it's too much pressure?
I think, my opinion, I think Cam can play up to par. I don't know if old man Manning can keep up to par.
But I don't know. Well, I guess Carolina's been playing their asses off this year, and
I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see Peyton Manning go out on top. I would love to see him finish his career strong. But when you look at his stats, 9 touchdowns to 17 interceptions and a quarterback rating of 67.9. I mean, this year hasn't been ideal. this year hasn't been ideal for Peyton Manning because it's looking rough.
I love Peyton. I mean, he's my boy. My boy Eli's big brother. Gotta support the Mannings. But I think it's time for Buddy to think about retiring.
Yeah,
he's getting up there.
If he doesn't get a ring this year, I think it's best to just hang it up and
go out on a good note.
Go out on a good note. Brett Favre, he went out on a good note. He didn't win. He didn't win with the ring, but he won on I guess decent terms.
I mean, this man has almost been in the NFL for 20 years. I feel like it's time. It's time to start.
Yeah, he's running out of HGH. Yeah, he has to figure out something and figure out it fast. But hopefully the Super Bowl will be good. Hopefully,
I think the Broncos deserve the W. If that's the game, Broncos Panthers, I would definitely be rooting for the Broncos.
Me personally, I like Peyton. I don't really have a team that I'll be rooting for because I love both teams, and I think Cam Newton's an outstanding player. He's proven to be elite this year. He's shut up all the haters, everyone who talked negative about him. He's shown it this year. So
I mean, the Panthers do deserve to win as well, but I think it's going to be a good game with whoever makes it to the Super Bowl. Hopefully the Panthers, but
me personally, the last game Peyton Manning played in for the playoffs, he didn't look bad. There was a lot of drop passes, but he didn't look bad. But I feel like if Denver were to win that game, it would be strictly on their defense. Their defense is very strong. I think their defense can put Carolina in check. But I mean,
I don't know.
Carolina, they've proven me wrong a few times, so it's hard.
Their offense is on another level this year.
It's hard to bet against them when you're putting 31 points against Seattle in the first half.
31-0.
So
fucking ridiculous.
But hopefully Peyton Manning, he can finish at a decent level.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton Manning, we're going into our second topic right now, talking about Peyton Manning and his career and how, how he's been looking and what he wants to do. He says he wants to continue on playing, but I don't see that happening. I don't know about you, Colby. I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, like I said before, I just think the man has been in the league for almost 20 years. 20. That's almost my entire life.
Yeah.
I mean, let alone he's getting old. Like, think about the wear that's happening on his body.
Yeah,
like, with all the hits, 20 years, like, that is
20 years of hits.
Getting sacked, falling, whatever the case may be.
I think Peyton Manning, he's had like 3, maybe. I'm pushing it. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I believe he had like maybe 2 to 3 neck surgeries. He's been injured a lot. It puts a toll on your body. I mean, obviously, he still has the mechanics and he can still throw the ball, but after a while, teams are eating them. Teams are eating them alive. It's very tough to keep playing after 20 years. I think he's pushing on like 40. I think he's pushing.
He's 39. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pushing on 40. So.
Well, yeah. That's, to me, 20 years in the NFL is enough. I think 10 is even crazy, let alone 20.
Yeah.
I think it's time for him to think about moving on to something else. I mean, he would be a great announcer.
Yeah, I think
analyst
or
whatever.
If he were to retire, I would hope he would still be involved in football. Maybe be like a quarterback coach. Maybe
I feel like there's no way he can't be involved with football. That's his life. It's been his whole life. It's all he's ever known.
Quarterback coach or own a team or maybe be like an offensive coordinator because he's very smart.
Maybe that's what Eli needs is his brother to come be his coach.
Yeah. Speaking of the Giants, what's going on with the Giants and your new coaching staff letting go of Tom Coughlin?
Listen, I am upset they got rid of Tom Coughlin. I understand. It's been a few rough years. We've had losing seasons.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it's not all his fault.
My personal opinion on Tom Coughlin and the current state of the Giants, I feel like, okay, if you wanted to get rid of Tom Coughlin, that's fine. If you think he was the issue, that's fine. But to keep everyone or majority of the people who worked under him
and just fire him
is like, what are you really changing? You're bringing in someone who's like an apprentice for Tom Coughlin, and I'm pretty sure he may try to run the same offensive scheme. So what are you really changing? If like the Dolphins and other teams, I think a complete clean house. I think a complete. If you want to turn this program around, you have to get rid of owner from the owner down, from GM to everyone else. And I think Tom Coughlin got a shitty deal. I think he should have still stayed. And I mean, since he technically didn't get fired, since he resigned, they were gonna drive him out anyway. Yeah.
But so I don't think he really had any option. It's either go out respectfully and resign or get fired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that with this new guy that we got, they did like a complete 180.
Yeah.
Like, Tom Coughlin is an experienced coach. He's old. He knows his shit, for lack of a better term. And this new guy is like super young, Ben McAdoo.
Mr. McAdoo.
Super young. God knows how he's even gonna be for the Giants. What if it's a total failure? That's gonna suck even worse.
That's the point that I was trying to get at. I feel that it doesn't make sense to keep everyone who worked under Tom Coughlin to go with Tom Coughlin because most likely they're gonna implement the same offense that they already had.
You're not really changing anything by getting rid of the head coach. You're not.
Trust me, as a Dolphins fan, that shit didn't work for years. So I think on the Dolphins side, on the Dolphins side of things, I think us cleaning house, us getting Adam Gates, I hope this can be the turnaround for the Dolphins. As a diehard Dolphin fan, it's very, very fucking tough to defend the Dolphins on how poor they've played this year. You know, playoff expectations, season expectations. It sucks. Adam Gates, if you guys don't know, he was the offensive coordinator for the Broncos and was also, coordinator for the Chicago Bears.
He was the offensive coordinator for the Broncos when Peyton had his best year ever, right?
When Peyton was when Peyton was breaking his own records in Denver, he was the offensive coordinator for that team.
That looks good for you guys.
And, not for nothing, but Jay Cutler, obviously him being a scrub, or not really a scrub, but
he's a scrub. It's fine.
Jay Cutler not being great, Adam Gates managed to improve Jay Cutler's stats for the past few years. And he's supposed to be a quarterback guru. We'll see how he works with Tannehill, because Tannehill, he took 50 steps backwards this year. He
needs some help in there.
He needs help.
Yeah.
So
let's pray because
I love Jarvis Landry. I love who we have, and
hopefully Sue can produce.
Hopefully fucking Sue. I mean,
all that money,
but
for nothing.
I mean, I feel like me personally, I feel like it's not his fault because he doesn't have like the right weapons, I would say, because Cameron Wake got hurt and but on paper we were supposed to be elite.
Yeah, but even before Cameron Wake got hurt, he got hurt late in the season. And
Cameron Wake? No, he didn't.
When?
He got hurt, what was it, like Thanksgiving, I think, or something like that?
Okay, well,
we played the
let's
Patriots
say
like that?
it wasn't in the beginning. But what did Sue do when Cameron Wake was there with him?
Well, I mean, really nothing, but...
Exactly.
Well, that's because I feel like our defensive coordinator, thank God we fucking fired him. I feel like our defensive coordinator wasn't really calling the right plays, and, Sue, he's more of a leader. He's not really a follower. He doesn't like being told what to do, but... Granted, we're paying you to do what we tell you to do, so it's hard.
Let's pray that he produces next year, because that would be a goddamn shame if all that money you paid for him went to waste.
Yeah, I hope we fucking decide what we're fucking gonna do about that. But with coaching and coaching staffs, we're moving on to our next topic, which is Bills hire first female coach. So how do you feel about that, Colby? Like, how do you feel
I think that's awesome. I mean, granted, I don't really know much about her, but I mean...
And for those who don't know, her name is Catherine Smith. She was hired by the Buffalo Bills for working as a female assistant, and I think she started this past Wednesday. So
I just think bringing females into the NFL has been a long time coming. I think football has always been seen as like a male sport, but there's plenty of girls out there who know their shit, and like me, I grew up watching football and I know a lot about the sport. I know, most of what there is to know, and I feel like it's only fair if girls are given the same chance as any guy,
I think it's a long time coming. I think it's needed. It's a little bit of diversity in the league.
Exactly.
I feel like if, for example, I'm pretty sure she could fucking do a better job than fucking Joe Philbin ever did. I feel like,
we'll see.
That's just speculation, but it's good to bring something different, and her coming to the Bills, she's going to be a special teams coach, and she can start off there. She'll be a special teams coach and work her way up and try to work her way. Maybe, who knows? Maybe a few years down the road, she may be a head coach for, who knows? She could probably be a head coach for the Cleveland Browns right now, but because they need help.
They need something.
But I think this is something great. This is something that we've never experienced before. It's a good thing for the league.
I hope she doesn't give us women a bad name, because God knows.
Let's
don't need it.
Let's not hope she sleeps with an NFL player.
Oh shit.
Or let's
not automatically assume she's gonna do that.
Hey, listen. Sometimes
some people take their job seriously.
It happens. Hey, listen.
Listen, maybe they need me. They need me in there.
I mean,
I'll bring some life.
life to that team.
Yeah.
Because Bills, they had a chance to make the playoffs, but they down the stretch they played horrible. Oh my God! But enough about that. Now, the sports topics are over. Now we're gonna go into a little basketball. We're gonna talk about how the Cleveland Cavaliers got their ass turned inside out by the Golden State Warriors.
They fucking blew it.
Yeah,
that game was an embarrassment.
For those who don't know, LeBron, I think that night, he only scored like 16 points.
Yeah.
Now,
16, and ask me how many points Kevin Love scored. 21 minutes he played.
Yeah.
And scored 3 lousy points.
Now,
what the hell are you doing?
Now, with that being said, LeBron, as a Heat lifer, I think LeBron should have did better. He should have did better. He should have taken over the game. And for Kevin Love to only put up 3 points, what the fuck are they paying you for? You better get your shit together. Like, I understand, okay, you score, but you're lacking rebounds, you're lacking defense, or you're crashing the boards and you're getting rebounds, but you're not really doing really much offensively.
They weren't even throwing the ball up like at all. Like, actually watching that game, I felt sad for the Cavs. I
wanted to say no more, no more.
Can we forfeit?
Can we forfeit? Because that looked. It's one thing to lose by 5, 10,
not almost 40,
15, but when you lose almost by 40,
that's sad.
It's like you are playing, and I quote James Harden, no defense. You are playing nothing. Like before halftime, it was 70-44. 70-44. That's
ridiculous.
Horrible. And J.R. Smith, the bum that he is, he fucking gets ejected for whatever reason. I missed that part, but he got some flagrant foul. But
whatever. It's not like he was going to do any good anyway.
It's not like J.R. shit would have done would have done anything anyway, because he literally doesn't do shit on the court regardless of whoever he's playing for.
I just feel like this year no one can even touch Steph Curry. Nothing is gonna bring him down. Nothing is gonna make him play worse in one game. Obviously, against the Cavs, who are supposed to be this amazing team, because now LeBron's there, who isn't doing shit.
As far as Steph Curry, it's super hard to go against this guy. This guy,
crazy.
He makes a 6'1", 6 foot guy believe that he could, not being 7 foot is okay. Like, you can shoot from half court and make it look like layups. You know what I mean? Like,
he makes us regular people feel like we can be in the NBA.
Like, in all my years, I've never seen a player who's that dominant on offense and defense. Like, he's a very good. I think his defense is underrated. I think people don't acknowledge his defense, but offensively, he's just like,
he's a machine. Like, it's like he makes it look effortless.
I see teams run back to the other side when Steph Curry shoots. Like, they already believe that he's gonna make it, so teams already start running back. Teams already starting to run back because they already know, like, what the fuck. Like, Steph Curry, like, it's crazy how he doesn't even have to be in the vicinity of the 3-point line. He can shoot it from damn near the bleachers and make it. Hand in his face, doesn't matter. He's just, I don't know. It's incredible to see the Golden States and how they're playing this year, because it's amazing. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to watch. I don't even like the Golden State Warriors, but I like Steph Curry. So he makes you like him.
He's crazy. It's like automatic for him. He doesn't have to think about going to play a game and, like, get himself in the mindset. It's just there.
I don't know about you, Colby, but I feel like that's another, like, MVP, like.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
not even a question. Fuck, LeBron looks like a scrub.
I think
compared to him.
I think if Steph Curry went down right now, he would still hold the MVP like like
For
lead
years.
for years. Like, I don't know.
He's one of the best. I'm gonna come out there and I'm gonna say that he's one of the best.
I don't know. It's
of all time.
LeBron needs a little help. Kevin Love has to do better. I feel
3
like
points, you fucking loser.
I feel like, everyone everyone was predicting the Cavs to be, a juggernaut. Kevin Love was coming back healthy. Kyrie was coming back healthy. Now think about this, people. The 2 times recently the Cavs have played the Golden State Warriors, Golden State have busted their ass twice. Since the finals last year, Golden State has dominated them 5 times since they've met, from the finals till now. Golden State has dominated them, and coming out of this year, Golden State looked like they were the one who lost the finals last year. They look like they're that hungry. Cavs look like they're just like fucking going through the motions. We all know that they'll come out of the East, but I don't think they're beating anybody in the West. Listen.
No.
Now
let's be honest. Golden State is going to the finals again, and if they continue to play the way that they have been this whole season so far, it's gonna be a fucking sweep. No one can even compete with them. It's a sweep. That's it.
Steph Curry's gonna. I mean, don't get me wrong. Kyrie Irving, he's nice, but Steph Curry, I don't think you can. You can match that.
I'm telling you, there's you can't. There's no one you can compare him to. Yeah, you can't. He does no wrong.
I mean, they make
it's crazy.
They make you believe you can. I've been in the gym and just tried to fucking shoot from half court. That's how Steph Curry is getting people to believe.
He inspires you.
And he inspires you to fucking just go out there and fucking shoot. But we'll see who gets to the finals. We'll see. We'll see how. We'll see if they'll do another finals rematch, Golden State and Cavs. We'll see how that goes down. We'll see if...
Not going to go good for the Cavs, I'll tell you that right now.
Hey, listen, all I'm saying as a Heat person, I think LeBron should have never left Miami. But that's just my personal opinion. So, now, we're about to change the topic again, do something a little different. Something that, as a WolfPack group, we don't do much, but we're going to talk about, personal touches. And Colby, I believe you told me about something about your friend being married or want to be married or something like that.
It's just there's a girl that I work with, and she has been with her significant other for, I don't even know how long, years. And marriage isn't even a topic for them. I'm talking 6 years.
Damn.
Now, as a female, it's really hard. I'm about to be 25 years old. And all of my friends back home, whatever, college, high school, are getting married and having babies. And we're all the same age. Now, granted, I understand everybody goes on a different life path. But if I'm in a relationship with someone for, I would say, more than 4 years, and we haven't even discussed marriage, why waste your time?
Listen,
is it a waste of time?
Now, I'm no relationship specialist. I'm no ladies' man, but I feel like if you haven't at least mentioned, puppy talk, gushy talk, talking about marriage and kids and all that stuff like that. If you haven't talked about that and you guys have been dating for 3, 4, 5 years, bitch, it's time to fucking find somebody else.
It's time to find somebody else, or it's time to, to quote Beyonce, if you like it, you got to put a ring on it. You're investing all this time into someone, so obviously you love them and like spending time with them, and it shouldn't take you 5 years to decide if you want to marry someone.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I don't know. I feel like, like you said, everyone has different paths. Everyone has different journeys through their relationship that, not everyone experiences. But I feel like if you're waiting 5, 6, 10 fucking years on a guy to pop the question, no one's telling you to fucking marry this girl the next day. I'm talking about just to pop the question and get her engaged. at least let her know, you're locking her down and she's not going anywhere.
Exactly. No, I'm not saying, like, I think, if you want to wait 5 years and then get engaged, totally understandable. But I'm talking about the people who have been together for all these years and it's not even a discussion. I feel like it should at least be a topic of conversation, where do you see, like, do you want to get married? Do you, whatever the case may be. I mean, if you want to wait 5 years to get engaged, that's fine. But at least have a conversation about it,
Listen, to me, that's a little bit too long. Like, I think everyone has a clock in their head. My personal clock, I feel like my personal clock is like between 3 and 5.
Yeah.
Somewhere between 3 and 5, I think that's my personal clock. Where if I've been dating someone for that long, I want to at least be engaged, or at least make her feel like I'm not going anywhere. This is something for real. But to be with someone for God knows how long, and doing the same shit over,
that's like Oprah, who's been with her boyfriend for how many years?
Listen,
like 20 years, and she's not even engaged. Or are they engaged?
I don't know.
Whatever.
But listen, it's Oprah. Oprah got that money. If Oprah wanted me to,
you'd be her boyfriend for 20 years.
Listen, Oprah can pay me to be her boyfriend for 20 years, and I'll do it. Listen. I think whatever Oprah want me to do, I'll do it for that money. Listen, Oprah, I'll wash your feet if you want me to. Okay. Holla at me, Oprah.
That's disgusting.
Another one.
Oh my God.
But I just think, if you're a female, if you're a woman and you've been with someone for God knows how long, and he hasn't asked you the question, or he hasn't, been that forthcoming to you about the topic, then I think that it's time to either push him, like, hey, listen, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's time. It's clock is ticking, or say fuck it. I mean, it's obviously for me personally, I wouldn't waste that. I wouldn't waste my life, waste my time on someone, be dating someone for 5 years and being in this, not even being in the same situation. I think if you don't, to me, dating is like, and I mean like serious dating. I mean like a few years of being in a relationship. I feel like you date to be with that right person. I feel like you date long term for potential marriage. You don't date someone for I don't know 3 years just for the hell of it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't date, like, to me that's to me you're a fucking loser. To me, I feel like that's a waste of fucking time.
Yeah, now we're older and it's like, you're trying to decide if that's the person you want to marry.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I understand there's a timeline for people to do things, like you start dating and then you move in together, which moving in together is a big thing because you know how some people have habits that you won't be able to live with for the rest of your life. And if you don't live with them before you decide to get engaged, how are you going to know if you're going to be able to live with them the rest of your life? Yeah. What if they're disgusting and messy, or do something that you don't like? You have to figure that out before you.
And that's another big thing for me too. I feel like you should spend enough time to get to know that person. If you've been dating someone for a few years and you still don't know that person, bitch, it's time to go. It's time to be like, listen, it's been a good ride, but it's in the road for me. But some people they get married, love at first sight. They can get married, the next day. Some people it takes a few years, but I think it shouldn't take half your lifespan. Like it shouldn't be like 15 years before getting married. I think there should be a certain time from the time you guys officially start dating to a few years that you should
think about it and figure out if that's the person you want to marry. You don't want to waste your time,
And trust me, I understand the financial woes. I understand that not everyone has, the money to purchase a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 ring for the love of your life. But I think you should make it a point to put money aside and try to do your best to make her dreams, to make her dreams come true. Because at the end of the day, marriage is all about, for me, for me, I feel like marriage is all about the girl, the bride, and things like that. But,
Yeah, but...
What do I know? I'm no fucking love expert. I'm just talking out of the pureness of my heart and the knowledge that I have in my head. So, our last topic we're gonna talk about is basically everyday things, everyday situations, people being judgmental. Now, when I talk about judgmental, I'm talking about judgmental in the sense of interracial dating. For those who don't know, I am a black guy, and my girlfriend, who's right next to me, Colby, she is white. Now, people who are interracial know what I'm talking about. If you're interracial and you've been to the mall, grocery store, anywhere in public, you have to notice. For me as a black guy, I notice that people who are, especially black women, they get they have this look on their face like, I can't believe this guy is dating a white girl. Or it's like, I can't believe this white girl is taking all our men. And it's just it's very like it's very funny, because who the fuck cares who I'm dating and what I'm doing with that person, you know what I mean? But
it's like they have some sort of like, for lack of a better term, claim on black men, because I noticed pretty much immediately, and we're not the type of couple that's gonna walk through the mall holding hands with our arms around each other, kissing, like, that's just, we're not about the PDA like that. And it's fine if you are, but that's just not how we feel.
This is not tax return season. You don't claim me on your taxes. You don't claim me.
Exactly.
You don't claim me at all.
So it's like they have some kind of claim, and it's not like anyone tries to hide it either. And it's not necessarily just black women. It's a lot of the older generation. Yeah, I think doesn't understand that we live in 2016 in America. It's not a black and a white thing anymore. It's a shout
out to Martin Luther King. I think his dream was actually this.
God.
I think his dream was actually, interracial dating. Get in there, support the black guys. Just kidding, but
it's just hard to believe that people still have that kind of mindset. Maybe it's because the way that my parents raised me was to not see people by the way that they look, regardless of their color of their skin, or if they have anything, not to judge a person by the way they look.
On a serious note, like I get the whole racial dating conversation, at least like, and once every 2 weeks or once every week, like someone asks me, about dating a white girl or dating someone who's, not African American, and to me it gets annoying. And to me it's like, for me, my dad has always taught me the person can be blue, green, yellow, come from, Iraq, come from China, wherever, as long as they make you happy. To me, that's all that really matters. And to me, I feel that that's the way it should be. I don't think blacks should be with blacks and whites should be with whites. I feel like, it's 2015. If you still feel that way, goddamn, I'm still calling the fucking year 2015. If you're in 2016 and you still feel that blacks should be with blacks, whites should be with whites, and as a black people, we have to preserve our race. You're ignorant, and you're living in times that you weren't even born in. Like you're so off mind and off topic that to me it's a little ridiculous.
Another thing too is, like, let's say like I meet a new person, and I don't know anything about them. They don't know anything about me, and I'll tell a story about, my boyfriend, whatever. And, we'll get to talking, and I'll show them a photo of the two of us together, and they'll say, "Oh, I didn't expect you to date a black guy." And it's like, why not? I don't understand that. Why should there be a certain type of person who dates a black guy? Just because you know, it doesn't make sense to me.
It gets annoying. That's the reason why we're talking about this, because it gets super annoying to get asked the same question to for people to put and add their 2 cents where it doesn't really belong or it doesn't really needs to be added.
Yeah, and like another question I've gotten in the past is, oh, how did your parents react when they found out you were dating a black guy? And I was like, they didn't react. That's why. I mean, I don't come from a racist family, so why would they have a reaction?
I don't
like,
know. I
it's
feel
annoying.
like if you got your comments, keep it to your fucking self. Nobody really cares. Me personally, I feel like most black women who do talk like that, they're either fucking lonely or they're fucking not dating anyone, or their self-esteem is fucking low, or they can't get a black guy because they're always fucking on that other bullshit. But I feel like it's not necessary to always talk about why I'm dating a Caucasian woman or why she's dating an African American guy.
I don't feel like it's anyone else's business, and people make it their business all the time. Like, why should it even be brought up?
I think interracial dating is fucking amazing. I think if there was more interracial dating, fucking kids would be. I mean, don't get me wrong. let me first say this: all kids are beautiful.
No,
but I think
mixed kids are the cutest.
I think having a mixed kid, is cool. I think if, for example, I'm fairly brown. She's white, pale white. Blue eyes. I think having our baby come out mulatto with like blue eyes, some dimples. I think that'll be cool. I think having a mixture.
Let's be real. Just say it. We would have some cute babies.
I think so. Listen,
we would have some real cute babies.
I think we'll fucking our kids are gonna be fucking good looking, fucking athletic. Listen, our kids fucking gonna be all-star pros.
Tall,
all that shit. But, enough about our future kids. But, I feel that people should mind their own business. People need to stop living in times that you weren't even brought up in. I feel like people who feel that way or think that way, you're living in a time, or you believe you're living or thinking in a time that you were actually in, and you're not. Things have changed. You need to change. That's just the way of the world. You need to fucking adapt. You need to get used to it.
You would think having a black president would make people act differently, but
people still think Barack's like Muslim because he's like Barack Hussein Obama. He's black, but people are like, oh, but he's a Muslim. People don't fucking understand that shit. But I think with that, people should not care. Don't care about what people say. Don't care about how people view you or how people see you, because at the end of the day, it's your fucking decision. If you do whatever you want to do, it's your life, not theirs. You're living your life, not theirs.
Listen, I don't take anything anyone says to me to heart anymore, because it's a waste of time. These people don't mean anything to you, so why should their opinion upset you or make you angry? That's why I just take everything people say with a grain of salt, because you'd be surprised how rude people can be. It's just something you have to learn to deal with, and it makes you a stronger person in the end.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that should be everyone's philosophy, and that should be everyone's like motto in life. Like, don't worry about what everyone else says. Live your life. Live your life. Worry about yourself, and just.
You don't have to do anything for anyone else that you don't want to do.
You don't have to fucking please anyone, because I know for me, I damn sure don't try to please anyone. I do what I want to do. Besides you, babe. I mean, I do what I want to do. I don't live my life for other people. I live my life for me. I enjoy